Hey, I'm meteorologist Doug Myers with the latest forecast heading into this Wednesday. Yesterday we had highs in the mid to upper 80s. Of course, we had a few areas of rainfall. Hasn't been a whole lot of rain, especially in the Topeka area over the past couple of days, but Manhattan certainly has had some locally heavy rainfall. Manhattan not too bad either. And taking a look at the last couple days where the heavier rainfall has been, according to radar, it was just to the west of Topeka near the Silver Lake area that received some locally heavy rainfall the other day. Otherwise, you can see that a lot of the heavy rainfall has remained in southeastern Kansas over the last couple of days, and even across the state, certainly looking down in Oklahoma, quite a bit of heavy rainfall and some flooding down there. So we're going to dry out. For those that want to dry out without any possibility of any rainfall, I think that's going to be the case, at least for most spots, through at least Friday afternoon. Friday evening is when rain returns to the area. Today, lots of sunshine, upper 80s and low 90s. The good news is we don't have to deal with any humidity today, at least compared to the last couple of days. So comfortable conditions are ahead, which means the heat index value, the feels like temperature, will actually be the temperature. It may actually be a degree or two cooler, depending on how dry we actually can get some of the dew points, or how cool the dew points will get. Even lower dew points tomorrow. And then it does come back up a little bit as we head towards Friday and Saturday in advance of our next storm system that will bring us an opportunity for rain. As I mentioned, a very, very low opportunity for rain for this evening due to another weak frontal boundary pushing through. This will usher in temperatures that could be about 2 to 4 degrees cooler than today for tomorrow. It's not going to be much, but it's something, and eventually shifting our wind directions back over to the north tomorrow. And so that may come with sprinkles. A lot of it should stay up in Nebraska with any possible measurable rainfall. So it may just bring some clouds at times, both this evening, and then maybe get a few clouds early tomorrow morning. Otherwise, for the most part, should be sunny. I'm focusing on Friday, though. Here comes a little bit of cloud cover and the storm system beginning to develop as we get close to 5 o'clock. Still dry. But look what happens as we get closer to 7. Now we start to get into some activity, especially north along the Nebraska-Kansas border, and then really starting to push in the Topeka area by 9 o'clock. That looks to be very, very heavy rainfall, and it continues to bring some heavy rainfall across the area even through about 1 a.m. Right now, the good news is I'm not expecting severe weather out of that. Locally heavy rainfall and flooding would be the primary concern. Severe weather stays out in western Kansas, and that's just a marginal risk. This is certainly subject to change, so we'll certainly keep an eye on it. And then we'll keep an eye on how long that could last into Saturday. I could remove the storm chance on Saturday night and keep it in just because of consistency purposes. Most models do have a dry Saturday night, and so I want to get one more set of model runs in there just to be sure, because I don't want to take it out this morning and then all of a sudden have to put it back in tomorrow morning. And so I just want to be sure that we will likely be dry and most of the rain staying out of our area and to our south by Saturday night. I certainly still think we're dry Sunday. And just a quick look at the European model, beginning Saturday morning, lasting through Sunday evening, still showing some rain in the area with the European model. And so that's certainly something that we'll be keeping an eye on. The GFS, give it a second. Sometimes it's a little bit slow. Okay, here we go. Okay, not much. So you can see the differences in the computer models between the two as far as the weekend is concerned, from about sunrise on Saturday to sunset Sunday, roughly. Again, we'll keep an eye on it. As far as the extended outlooks are concerned, probability of below normal temperatures in the 6 to 10 day outlook, but get back into the above average temperatures in the 8 to 14 day outlook. We do start to usher in drier than normal conditions in the 8 to 14 day outlook as well. And so we'll certainly be keeping an eye on those chances. We may get a few opportunities of rain early next week. It's possible. I'm just looking at my notes here. One model is indicating potentially some rain as we head towards Monday night into Tuesday. It's not going to be very heavy, but that's why I have a mix of sunny clouds or partly cloudy skies on Tuesday. Not quite thinking that we will have rain during that time, but we'll keep an eye on that. Meanwhile, as we continue with the less humid air or the drier air, you can see some of these lows getting down close to 60. Once the humidity comes up over the weekend, we get back in the mid-60s for lows, and then usher in the drier air again for early next week, allowing temperatures to get back down to around 60s. You can kind of see, especially with our lows, when our humidity is not quite as high as some of the other days. Enjoy the next couple of days with the dry conditions, but make sure you're hydrating. Remember, heat is the #1 weather-related killer. And as we usher in some hotter conditions and we don't have to worry about any storms, the focus is going to be on the safety of the heat over the next couple of days. It's not July or August type heat yet, but it is certainly one of the little hotter stretch here, if you will, over the next couple of days that we'll have to be careful of. If you're going to be outside for an extended period of time, make sure you're hydrated and listening to your body on whether or not you need to seek shelter to cool down or not. Have a great day.